Whoops. All right, all right. All right, all right. Impromptu, which a lot of these streams are. But I appreciate anyone who may watch this live or on the playback. Got some thoughts, some hopes, some dreams. Let's see. Ooh, I apologize. That was hopefully inaudible. Let's check and see how many we got live. We got one. We got two. Oops, and I thought we was about to have three. I'm not on the right page. Looks like we got all three in the place to be. So I'm gonna ask a question I already know the answer to, and I gotta get the chat box working again. I'll do that. I'll figure that out. Hopefully this week. Hopefully tomorrow. Hey, if I ask a question I already know the answer to. Hey, Cotton, are we live? I say, are we live? Looks like we are. VigilanteWilliamson here with the 158th episode of VW Casual. Appreciate anyone who, again, watches this live on the playback. Even though there's probably not going to be that big of a turnout, this is actually kind of an important episode. I'm going to talk about my plans with this channel and the music thing and this. Basically, long and short, I feel like, full disclosure, I'm going to start putting some marketing dollars behind the music and therefore this channel. And as a result, I just want to say that to y'all. I don't want to, even though, you know what, he's still selling that shit. I mean, people still buy shit from him, so I'm not going to totally knock him because everybody got their own market. I'm not trying to give y'all already used assets for a comic, right? I want y'all to just know, okay, this is the way this motherfucker moving. I'm going to be using YouTube and TikTok ads to grow the music, and I'm going to be using that probably as a result, it should probably grow the channel. Now, I don't know how well it's going to do. I don't know the retention. I don't know. I'm learning this shit as I do it. But it just seems like there's no not doing that. Forbidden Rumor says, no, don't do it. I've heard not to use the Middle East. I've heard not to use the Middle East at all. I'm going to just keep it in America, honestly. I know that there's a strategy to, and I kind of tried that, but I don't think it's worth it to run. If you run enough cheap ads, you can get the algo to trigger. YouTube will promote you. You can choose the regions. No Jeep bots. That's nothing. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna bot shit. I'm not gonna go on Fiverr and look for shit. I'm not doing that. I'm not going that far. I'm just gonna use. I was planning on using YouTube ads and what you call it, because because I see that people have done it. Do not redeem. Do not redeem. Why did you redeem? No, I don't think. Well, I don't know. I don't know what YouTube does when they. I tried to do the little cheap thing. It got a number up, but that's not the point. So it's like, okay. Though, I mean, that may still be valuable. Looks like doing this playlisting thing. We'll see how that works, too. I submitted my music to a bunch of playlists. So, okay. YouTube will promote you in regions. I'm sure YouTube use bots of his own. I know that for a fact. But you'll be locked at 1.3K until those regions are purged. So even if so what you're saying is, and thank you fucking Lions. That was a whole nother can of worms. Because that was a scary game. I thought they were going to lose. So, Forbidden, you're saying even if I pick U.S. only, they're just still going to put me in regions, and maybe they can do that regional relative to the U.S., but regions that are intentionally going to fail, which that I think they do already with my regular stuff. because the way that's how it looks like everything when it's like all right, it's time to shut it down. It looks funny, but that's neither here nor there. Um, some of that's my fault by doing so many different subjects. They might promote you there automatically. So I don't know. Now that it does scare me you saying that. I saw that there's tutorials on how to run ads and run targeted ads. So that was the plan. Um, I submitted to a bunch, like I said, submitted to a bunch of playlists, and I gotta start working on the second project and getting that out there pretty soon. I know one thing. Another thing is I'm not gonna do as much lead time. I don't think I got anything for that 3 weeks. Aussie Overlord. Lock this bro. Okay. I never heard of him. But that this almost gives another question that I was thinking like is it this attorney Aussie Overlord has 32K. I see. Or is there Aussie Overload? Let's see. Yes, he broke 30K. It is I've seen a lot of people lose. The losing subscriber thing. Everyone has dealt with. I mean, I probably lost hundreds of subscribers throughout the thing, even myself. Because I would go through a point, gain subscriber, lose subscriber, gain subscriber, lose subscriber. And I mean, that was like years of that, literally. I saw some walkthroughs talking, because I think I told you I had like a mini panic attack the one day, all these damn music marketing things, and I finally just okay. Let me just simplify it. Let me just focus on two platforms, especially since um, Meta's giving me shit. So let's just focus on YouTube ads and ads, because people have gotten their Spotify numbers up doing that. Even though obviously the end goal is to sell direct to consumer, but no one knows I rap or make music, but I also got to make music. So that's why I'm also excited to make music. I finally actually have a Spotify because all this shit I've never had one. He has 2 channels, one for Lawyer and fucked. The other one's new, starting over to YouTube fix this shit. Well, I did the two multiple channel thing. That's another thing. I probably should be resurrecting the music channel and doing music and doing sports and separating it. But like, I'm so small as a creator. There's no utility in multiple channels. Like, even though I think the utility will probably be the keeping the algo consistent. Like, okay, I want to recommend this music channel to music people, and the main channel maybe just being gaming streams or whatever, or clips from those streams, or clips from those streams, and then the sports doing the sports. Maybe that is the way, but just from a time and whatever standpoint, it's like. And I kind of, I don't know. Here's the thing. Do remember you two telling you we don't know why. I remember them saying that, but I didn't believe them. I just thought they flag your channel because of something you said or did, and then then the weird stuff starts happening to you to discourage you. That's what I thought, and I think there's a good chance that is the case. But I see it's funny because it says 100K. Here we come. So I'm not, but you said this is like a second channel that he restarted. How do you see? This is joined 2020. I joined in 2020, so he's older than mine. Still. Hey, Zax. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate everybody. If I say hey to everybody, hey Sentient, hey Forbidden, obviously, hey Cotton, hey Brandon, hey Zax, Blix. Hayden found out YouTube locked his girlfriend. You talk to somebody, say we purge risky followers. Risky followers with software. So it's because of the followers, and they consider them risky. And then they could actually, well, I don't even know what the hell to do with that. I know a lot of platforms are using ads and using marketing. That's why we got all these fucking goofy ass podcasts. Oh, so they admit they purge those. They purge people at random. I mean, following somebody and subbing to somebody is a death wish anyway. If you want to never see their channel again, sub to them. Now I'm starting to get in the habit of going into subscriptions when I realize, man, I'm just scrolling into nothing. But seriously, if you want to never see anything you like, fucking sub to it. Because or never see something, sub to it. Because then they just hide it forever. They know it by not knowing how or why. That's no shot. They just be telling us bullshit. They stopped the don't be evil shit, so that's not shot. You can purge those risky followers with software to only give out, yeah. That's not a shot, but it's fucked up though. YouTube create the force unsubscribe software. It's never told anyone. I'm not shocked because that's what everyone thought anyway. I as a creator, especially around 2020, 2021, we saw other people suppress and other shit. They said they must have an algorithm. It's obviously listening to us. It flags what they hear. If they hear something, I've gotten community shit too. If they flag you, then you get the certain algorithm, and it's going to be harder for you to grow. It's going to be a lot harder for you to grow. We're going to take as many subs away as we can. Now, that's not to say their algorithm goes up and down. There were times where I was able to grow. But just to even see, okay, even in recent weeks, it seems like every time I find something that creates growth, it eventually gets shut down. There were times where the shorts was doing cool, and then they kind of slow down. Now, I have slowed down with shorts, but no matter how many shorts I post, they will not go over 1,500. I cannot get a short to get to the only short I got one short to 10,000. It was when the draft happened, or when the draft lottery happened, I think a couple years ago, and about the Pistons. And that's it. And it seemed and I haven't put no ad money behind none of the shorts. I just let them go. And I cannot get over 1,500. It's like, okay, well, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Especially recently, even if a lot of them are reposts or slightly reworked, whatever. I've probably posted, 40, 50 shorts in a month. Yeah, then people will post more, but that's a decent amount. I don't watch it. A lot of people don't. A lot of people don't watch it, or Reels or TikTok, and you shouldn't. It's just doom scrolling. But that's nothing. I was trying to catch doom scrollers, and I did the streaming off my phone, which was catching doom scroller. So it's not an algorithm. It's the employees doing it. The reason we thought it was an algo is because our channels were so small. 1,000 and under. It's like, what? How are we gonna be found manually? You know what I mean? That's why we thought algo, but the employees are doing it. It's still crazy. But again, we basically knew they had some sort of technology because they were using it for other. We seen people grow. We seen people get demonetized for no reason, no explanation. We seen all that goofy shit. Hey, Richard, appreciate you being here. So it's no shot. But I mean, I'm just going. Look, unfortunately, music has to be marketed to some level. Now it looks like the playlisting thing is a thing, but we'll see how these playlists. I still haven't gotten a response from nobody. I submitted to only like eight or nine playlists, and it came with the little United Masters thing. So we'll see. But I don't know. I wanted to. Maybe I gotta do some more research to make sure ads is not gonna. I don't want to fuck my channel up doing ads, and maybe I just gotta do more research. I seen some music marketing stuff talking about YouTube ads and TikTok ads. It looked like, okay, maybe that's something I could do some targeted marketing. You don't have to do the craziest campaign. You can do $20 a day, $30 a day, shit like that. You can do that for a few days every so often to hype up music videos, hype up songs, and to get people to just at least see that my stuff exists, and you know what I mean, and consistently drop music and drop good music and get better. And I already got ideas to get better. And I feel like shit, if I can do this, you know, I can make music that people like. It's like it's all. I mean, if Dax can get 3 million motherfuckers to like his shit, and maybe Dax took an oath, or maybe Dax took it up the butt for a deal. I don't know what numbers. I'm not trying to get those numbers. I want the numbers that just under butthole level. I don't want to lose my manhood just to be a star. So under, you know, and I'm trying to get in shape, but you know, if one man can hold you down, two can rape you. So I'm not trying to get into any meetings or rooms or none of that. I want to be as successful as I can without drawing any ditties. You know what I'm saying? Because there's ditties everywhere, right? But like, I don't want to draw no ditties. No ditties. Watch As Mine Go the other day. He was looking at the nominations for Twitch Awards. Twitch staff had. I didn't know there was a. I'm done with award shows. Just like we done with the 90s, we gotta leave award shows in the tens and the thousands. I've been done with the Game Awards since the Ghost of Tsushima shit, and apparently Ghost of Tsushima ended up going woke allegedly. I still haven't really looked into Ghost of Yotai like that. I remember seeing the trailer being exciting, and all of a sudden that bitch was just out, and there was no hype behind it, and then there was just awkward stares. I'm like, what the fuck happened? But they gave the ass of us over Ghost of Tsushima, which was obviously the superior game. And I just said, I'm done with this. This is not, I guess it is the Oscars/Grammys because it's rigged and bullshit and it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean anything. So it's just another, you know what I mean? It's another like, it's another pep rally. It's another entertainment industry pep rally. I could care less about it. What happened with lightning bolts? What the hell? Oh shit! Was that what the fuck? Are we doing Nazi stuff in the chat? Take that. No, still makes no sense to me. Put your money in my 5 songs out. No, we're gonna have 14 songs out. 13 or 14. Counting the next track in like a few weeks. And right now it's just a test mark. The first 3 projects are gonna be we're gonna be at 3 projects by February 1st. Right? Or yeah, I would say around or by February 1st. And we're trying to do tests because the market is so cheap. You know why? Sentient dildo. You know the real reason? Because I'm a fat fuck. That's the actual answer. I'm a fat fuck. If I buy a pizza, that's like $20. So if instead of I buy a pizza, I just go, you know, that pizza, I'm gonna put it on TikTok ads. Because it's the same thing. It's like all you're telling me is that's DoorDash, Chick-fil-A money. I've DoorDash, and I don't do it every day, but I've done that. You know what? I'm going to just DoorDash. The Chick-fil-A is a mile away from me, by the way. So because I'm a fat fuck, I spend money on worse shit. So the money, that's the real thing. If this was thousands of dollars, we wouldn't even be fucking talking about this. There'll be no conversation. But if I can spend, let me show you motherfuckers this shit. Let me just show you. And remember, as much as this is, I didn't do anything illegal. I gave this money directly to YouTube. And this is the result I got. And also remember, some motherfuckers are stupid. They need to see numbers for them to believe. If they see numbers, they'll look at it and think, oh, well, motherfuckers like it. They won't even care that everything don't add up. And you can also obviously see how little it adds up. But let's do it. Let's do it. Shout out to Selena Kyle, which I'm going to shoot a video for. And I want to put marketing dollars behind it. But I'm going to do it U.S. only, but we'll show you why. Hold on, let me do this. I don't think I'm breaking no rules. If I am, I apologize. So, 2303. I think I literally spent almost the same getting pizza to watch football today. Pizza, and I did get a pop, I know. It says they gave me 4,000 views, but when you actually go to it, and here's the weird thing, I bought subscribers, or I didn't buy subscribers, I promoted it, and it did give you the option, and I've seen other people do this, so this can't be thing. What is it? The option to, what is your goal? Audience growth. I had to go audience growth. I only got, for borrowing nostalgia that don't exist, only got 1,400 views, but I got 143 subscribers. So that's how jank that shit is. I wish I would have known that when I had the watch hours, I would be fully monetized now. Another cans of worms. Okay, 2303. It claimed to give me 4,000 views, but when you actually go to the video, it's 12. What is it? It's 12,000. But to let you know how jank it is, 2 likes, no dislikes, no comments. So that's all G's. But I gave the money directly to YouTube. But there are people who just gonna skim, see that, and not even think about, oh, he got 12K to watch. And if I'm going, instead of DoorDash, do that for different songs as they come out. And here's another thing. There are motherfuckers, and I'm probably screaming, and I'm sorry. I come across motherfuckers that only got 8 songs, but got 100,000 motherfucking motherfuckers on Spotify, off of 8 songs. I'm stopping. We're trying to get less pop. I'm trying to get down. They do way down. I didn't say ninjas. We trying to not say it. We trying not to say it. But it's cool to see you here. I would time y'all, but you here so few. So I'm never paying 60 for a bit, man. I don't eat McDonald's. I got off McDonald's at least. Eat out like every day. Shit here so cheap make you cry. I'm glad you enjoying yourself. Cosmo, a.k.a. Weight Down. If that is your real name. Appreciate you being here. 4-piece chicken nuggets is $9. Goodness. Pizza. No, not that type of pizza. It was football day. And I still watch this rigged bullshit. Shit rigged as fuck. I think most people know it's rigged. We all WWE fans at this point. Yeah, I'm still drinking pop because I'm stupid as fuck. But I'm trying to get better. Trying to get off at least Coca-Cola. I spent $9 to order multiple oversized meals for upscale fast food chains. So you living the life. Steelers tanked another game. Man, the NFC North, all them coaches need to be fired. John Harbaugh so lucky he got incompetent as Mike Tomlin in the same conference. Because we would look at you and say, damn, you mediocre as fuck. You ain't won a championship since 2012. But luckily, Mike Tomlin, bitch ass, ain't won a championship since 2008. And he used other coach players. So he just takes all the heat. But like the Ravens keep starting off like 1-8 and then winning their last whatever games to make the playoffs. And the motherfucker, I was yelling. Got some passion. And then the motherfucking Steelers keep going like 8-1 and then failing the last few games. They end up 9-8. I don't know how this shit keep happening. This has happened like 2 or 3 straight seasons. Y'all, they both trash. But both of those coaches stick around. I think that whole division, all those coaches got to get fired next year. They got to. But yeah, I'm yelling. It's easy to spot somebody buying views. See, but that's the thing. I'm not trying to buy views. I mean, like, to me, well, I'm buying views direct from the source. I'm giving YouTube money, right? I'm trying to, but that's why I'm giving you full disclosure. I'm giving YouTube money in order to try to market the music as I make it. But yeah, your delivery drivers demand they want to tip. I don't be tipping that much. That's the unfortunate truth. A lot of motherfuckers use bots, not just musicians either. A lot of YouTubers, a lot of these podcasts use bots. Snow Magic. I ain't looking for no Snow Magic. I'm looking for a big booty Latina. But no, man, I order an extra large BBQ chicken bacon pizza. Well, luckily your pizza's not sprayed with like enzymes and shit. Or whatever the fuck, Red 40. Red 40 and Tylenol and other autistic shit they put in our pizza. 100K followers and a couple tracks of Body Hard. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, but the thing is, basically, these companies have gotten into the botting game. That's what it is. When I say these companies, because again, I'm not calling no service. They used to have these different services. That's what motherfuckers was doing. People was going on Fiverr. Apparently, Travis Scott infamously did this amongst others, and having them run up their SoundCloud, run up their numbers. But I mean, the whole industry buys. I'm not even botting. I'm not calling. I'm not like getting a service of Jeets to do it. I'm paying YouTube, and then they get a service of Jeets. But this through YouTube or Google or it's through TikTok. That's what I'm doing. You know, TikTok too. So it's through them. It says sponsored, but of course they forgot Cambodia existed. I do be forgetting Cambodia, but shout out to Cambodia. I'm glad you enjoyed it, man. Screwed on quitting smoking. 2 packs, literally $1. Cambodia, man. I'm using fucked up greedy assholes. Should I use bots? Probably not. Don't you? Yeah, you are a bot. Fair enough. So did Asia. Apparently, forgot about Cambodia. Working for security apparatus is different. Twitch is only for goons and ethos. Yeah. So that's the thing. I'm not trying to like overtly bot and overtly. I don't want to bot. I really just want more people to know that my music exists. That's all I'm trying to get. That's literally it, right? I'm not just doing that. I'm also going to put money towards these playlists. I feel like that's a little bit more organic, even though you still to the taste of these playlists. Because that's the other thing. You go to this shit called Groover and this shit called Submit Hub. You submit your song to all these people who are supposed to listen to it and tell you if they're going to put it on their playlist or not. I don't, you see varying results of it, but sometimes they actually do. And so I did that. And there's some playlists will let you submit for free. Cards are $10 a pack, $100 a card. God damn. I don't know. That's what we were kind of talking. Ruin made it seem like, yeah, it might. It might hurt your channel feed, so it might not be a good idea. And I'm not trying, again, I hate saying bots. And maybe, listen, maybe I'm splitting hairs by saying the difference that, I'm going through YouTube or not. I guess the main thing is because I heard it's an issue if they feel like you're doing something unscrupulous. But like, how can it be an issue if I'm using you as marketing? Right? That's the only. I mean, there is a distinction. Y'all don't care about it, but hopefully YouTube cares about it. But I don't know. I guess we're about to find out, Feds. We're about to find out having these cheaper campaigns. That's the counter. It would hurt in a long time. I'm not gonna catch a Rico case because people spot that shit. A lot of views, low likes, comments. Yeah, they look at it like, said man, not bragging like expensive in other ways. You pull in $12.50 a month after taxes, full medical coverage. Pay $200 a month for utilities. Phone one a week. A lot of people I've seen videos of people in Cambodia or Thailand or some of these countries and they enjoying themselves. Maybe one day if I get to visit, I would think about that. Eat like a starving king, never spend more than $200 a month. I mean, that's great. The cost of living is dope. And you enjoying it, so it don't really matter. You know, every almost every YouTube video WWE has more dislike than likes. That's kind of crazy. That's crazy. You see, you pulling $12.50 after taxes, full medical, uh, $200 for rent and utilities. Phone. That's just crazy. That is crazy. The maths. And that's why a lot of people are going to other countries. But I heard we're starting to run it up. The Westerners move to certain areas to live cheaply, and what's cheap for us runs up the price. We're all based in California. If you guys remember when a lot of people migrated from California and rose the hot or $150,000 house. Okay, hopefully we're back. Are we back? Oh, we got an F. Are we back? Hopefully we're back. Um, but yeah, it's pretty cheap. Only thing figured WWE is Washington D.C. You ain't lying about that. You ain't lying. Yeah, you paying another way. That's living that close to India. Damn, the Jeet disrespect. Could sell your dump, move to Cambodia. I'm thinking about buying a house. It's not that. It's the Xbox show up and improving the local economy, make it stronger. I see. Okay, well that's good. At least you know what I mean. At least it's positive. Or eating 3 hours a day in food. That's what's up. That's what's up. But this is going back to the ad thing. This is what I want to tell y'all. Y'all the channel. If it doesn't work, y'all see if it do. I mean, and I'm not so sure how long we'll do this, how effective it is. You just an immigrant, bro. Fair enough. Yeah, it is weird how one word immigrant, one expat was really the same thing. Came here with 50K, can live like a king till you die, never work again. All jokes aside, shit, I got about that much in my fucking 401k. No bullshit. No bullshit at all. That could be well. They take shit out your 401k if you cash out early. They tax it to all shit. But if you know what, man, if I didn't care about possessions, maybe I could do it. Just sell everything I own. Can't immigrate. There's no immigrant option. You got to pay visa fees until you die. Something else. It's always something else. How do I feel about Final Fantasy VII Remake? Says Fizz. Uh, I have my issues with it. I much rather they have just taken the original game and not done a new series. Though there are also a bunch of cool stuff about it. I much rather them to taking the original game, gave it a good coat of wax, and then called it. All I wanted was a Final Fantasy VII remaster, not a remake. You got to pay a couple hundred to lead the DR. Damn. Blood and Soil, Cambodia based. 22K question mark. You'll have a decade before you need to find work. I can't. Yes, there it is. I gotta have an income source that's not coming from that. And though I can work remotely, I have to work in the United States. Um, I can't teach kids, man. I don't fucking like kids. I don't even want to try. I can't do it. You have to be old to even understand the remake. Yes, you have to have played Final Fantasy VII at least. It required, and that's also weird. How are you going to onboard people into a universe, but you require prior knowledge of that universe? No, you can do the travel agent. I appreciate when you come here and tell tales about Cambodia. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad, shit, if I could do it, like I said, if I could live somewhere else and just be cool, it would suck to be away from family. That would suck to be just so far away from family, to be basically one of very few Westerners. Seems like it could be a little lonely too. So I don't know. I mean, part of me has said, because that's such a popular retirement option, and my dream is just to retire. That's my dream, just to retire. Nah, I'm not gonna teach nothing about. I don't want to teach kids anything. I just don't want to interact with kids at all if I can help it. I don't want kids. I don't know what 6'7" is in Cambodia. I don't want kids doing that. I've never played Final Fantasy, but I know a lot about Tifa Lockhart's tits. Shout out to Rule 34. Tifa's tits, yeah, they have become legendary. And they went even crazier in the more recent games. Hippity hoppity, I get the property. Kids in the property. Yeah, it was the original Digital Gooner. Her and Laura Croft. So whack. Like these, like I just could never get like going into like these polygons. And I mean, time is what the time is exalted me. I'm trying to get the Billy Woods title, or time will exalt me or something like that, or absolve me, something like that. But like, it looked crazy. It looked even crazier now. 20, 30 years later, people going into those fucking polygons. Sick. Doesn't matter, you get out here, only thing people pay you to do is teach. Doesn't matter if you're good at it. Case in point. So shit. Man, like, yeah, grown, she's like, she's married with a kid now. So we're grown and hot now. That's crazy. She's married with a kid. I think she's like 30 now. Yeah, Laura's block. Yeah, people was going into blocky Laura Croft and blocky Tifa Lockhart. I guess the cutscenes made him look a little bit better, but whatever, man. And then they would have like some art done, but still, ultimate teaching. Kids like you're a gigantic asshole online and offline. I just can't. I just can't teach. There's no way. There's a lot of shit I just can't do. I'm blessed that I can take care of myself. I'm a blessed man. People still. I hope people still don't, but they did then for sure. That was like a big deal. People goon over everything. I guess that's still. We still got goon culture. We ain't call it goon culture, but people used to just goon over everything. People couldn't just wait to goon over any old chick. Just goon. If I see a bully, I would teach the kids to fight back. That's dope. You should do that, right? People just couldn't wait to go. Somebody got a bot going into Charlotte Flair. Oh, shit. Her fucking news leaked. And one of those, like, fappening things. And, oh, boy, she chopped up. Because everybody had bruises and shit on. I don't. From wrestling and shit. She did not look attractive, man. She just did not look one of the most unattractive. And why did I look at it? 'Curiosity. Because it's like, oh, you can fucking see I don't know why I look at it, honestly. Is that it was ill. It was ill, bro. I can't even tell you why I look. I was hoping to be proven wrong. I was not. I was like, well, this is available, so I gotta check. Right? And it was just like a picture, so it's not like a video, like I gotta commit to it. Like I never saw the page thing because it's a video. I'm not gonna watch this whole video. Plus, I ain't trying to see them dudes. But it just was available. I looked at some of the actresses. Some of the actresses was cute. But somehow I got to Charlotte Flair. And when I got to her, I was like, what the fuck is this? So she was just there on one of those fappening sites back in. I'm just keeping it a buck. She was there on one of these fappening sites when like that fappening shit happened. They was linking all these bitches. There were some cuter bitches, and I was done looking at the cute bitches. I'm like, oh, I wonder what this looks like. Because it's just there. So, I mean, otherwise, I don't know. It was just, I don't really know why. Like, I didn't look thinking that, oh, man, I'm about to see some grade A shit looking at Charlotte Flair. It's just like, it was there. I'm not going to say it anymore at all. Talk about acting like DJ Stop. Stop it. Stop. So the sun is good. Ole is crazy. So normal. I see. Vlad Williams says stop. And sorry. Yeah, I'm not about to do nothing sultry. But no, like what you post?
I don't want to see that shit. I
ain't do this. Charlotte Flair is at least a woman. Talk about that's time out. I ain't watching that type of prime. We ain't go that far. Nah, bro. No, hold on. How you put? I ain't done this in a minute. No, I'm at least give you 10 seconds for that. That's going too far. Be it on a fappening site back in the day when it happened to be a thing, and going from what was one of the chicks that was cute? One of the main bitches too. The fucking bitch from Hunger Games. What was I can't think of her name right now. The bitch from Hunger Games, she was in X-Men as Mystique. She's super famous. Jennifer something. Or Jessica something. I think it's Jennifer. Whatever her name was. You about to forget. Look at that, Charlotte. Listen. Lawrence. Yeah, Jennifer Lawrence. Thank you, Fizz. So go from looking at Jennifer Lawrence titties and you just, it's Charlotte. I can look at Charlotte. I guess Charlotte Flair titties is a throw-in. AMSR is vile. I can't watch human ass. Like, I can't. Ain't no way I'm about to just listen to somebody talk. Right? But, like, I can watch them clean rugs. Or, like, clean shoes and shit. I can watch that shit. But it was, like, literally, they had a bunch of different names and shit. And you literally, okay, I'm Jennifer Lawrence titties. Oh, shit. Charlotte Flair's titties here. I see this bitch wrestle. Let's see what she got. And it was not good. It looked fucked up. She looked fucked up. She looked like a Resident Evil zombie. She has all these fucking bruises. So her body was all purple. She looked sad to be sending the nudes. I would have been so pissed if I got those nudes. Thinking I'm talking. She looked sad. She even looked happy to send these nudes. She looked beat up and weird looking. But those are the news that I seen, man. So I don't know. Y'all got way too comfortable with me. My hilarious reign tired. Yeah, you're not wrong. You started off and then putting ruining people's lives. If it's too good, I'm not gonna play it. I'm not mad. I don't have this embarrassment kink. I'm not gonna play it. If you get me too good, pause. I ain't doing it. What you trying to look at She-Hulk? I'm trying to She-Hulk. That's crazy work.
If I snap
No, stop this shit.
You fuck.
You don't even know what Charlotte Flair look like since you did. Don't stop. I mean, she's not attractive, but she's not muscular either. She really had no body at all. She looked like a play body. Yo, who is Sydney Sweetie, bro? I swear to God, when I opened up this year, I didn't know who she was. I keep hearing his name. I guess she's did some Gene shit. Who is this people? Who are these people? I'm sick of them telling me somebody's famous and these motherfuckers ain't done shit. I'm sick of them manufacturing fame. She's not famous. She's just somebody y'all keep talking about. She's an actress. She's just another white woman. I don't want to know the truth. But she guess she knew she did some red carpet see-through. I mean, I know of her, but I don't know what she did. I don't know why she, like, it just seemed like she just came out of nowhere. It looked like she just evaporated into existence this year. And I'm sure she'd been around before then. I just didn't notice or didn't care. Wait a second. I didn't read this. Frank and Fran manga has a lot of ridiculous stuff. One chapter, Fran makes a super STD. Holy shit. The cat. High school boys beat to rock. What the fuck? When they brought Frank and Fran back. That's some wild shit. Wouldn't expect that either. Jesus Christ. Pull up her boyfriend. I don't even know who her boyfriend is. I don't even know who her boyfriend is. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know enough about her. It just seems like she exists. Everyone watch her. Everyone knows she's whatever. She knew she was known as a pair of tits before 2025. I didn't even know about. Like I said, she just exists. I never Googled her once, but I know she exists, and I wish I didn't. I never Googled her once. I never watched anything she was in. Yeah, I know she exists. I don't know why. No one knows if she saw her tits. I don't know. Everything's manufactured. That's why I don't feel bad running ads. Everything's fake. Everything's fake. I'm just trying to market my fucking music and make music. She did a jeans ad, but it's like, I remember when the ad came out, but then they kept saying it's a Sydney Sweeney ad. I'm like, what is that? And I didn't realize, it took me a while to realize this is the actress. And it's like, so this is a human being that was known. I thought she was I would have never thought it was just a model doing it, one of the million little quote unquote models. I wouldn't have made no difference. But then when she took the controversy for the ad, I don't remember what campaign it was, like American Eagle or something. And they kept talking of this person. Like, what is this? Like, oh, people are mad at her. Who the fuck is she? No, I'm not snow watching. I doom scroll. You find out, unfortunately, more about life than you ask for if you doom scroll. I'm becoming an old man who doom scrolls on his phone and rots his brain out. I'm trying to go against that. I'm trying to fight it, but it is happening. Oh, I know about Scooter Braun. He was one of those music producers. I think he came through with Justin Bieber, or I don't know if he's a producer, music execs. There's a lot of shit about him. Scooter Braun. Yeah. Like you said, close ties to Diddy. Justin Bieber's handler / manager / whatever he was. I know who Scooter Braun is. Imagine your kid Scooter. I heard of him. He was a little bit more known when Bieber was on his come up, but he's there's a lot of people who says he's another Weinstein type. Yeah, that's definitely their real name. And probably neither his first or last name is his real name. Scooter or Braun. It's probably, well, I'm not going to say what. Y'all can guess what type of last name it is. I'm not about to Kanye this. So, like, yeah, there's a lot of shit that he's a casting couch type dude. And he's I didn't say anything. I heard certain emojis are getting banned on TikTok after a recent purchase. But yeah, his last name ain't really cute. But a lot of these motherfuckers ain't. Shit, JD Vance ain't even JD Vance. What you think all these people did be giving you name? It's like my name ain't Vigilante Williamson. You just come up with a fake name. And some motherfuckers be giving you a fake name for their real life. It's a whole different name. It'd be a whole different dude. Hey, they have your birth certificate. Motherfuckers be using street names as their real name. Like, they ain't on your birth certificate, bro. Vice President of Memes. I feel like I predicted there was something off there when I seen him dressed like Gold Dust. Oh, boy. No, Vigilante Williamsburg. No. No. He dresses his own meme for Halloween. Way of Sting. No, stop this. Every Stein single bird. Time of it. No. None of this. In the army, your designated religion on your dial tags was Jedi. That's dope. That's dope. Jedi. I didn't know they had to. I think the UK first one to recognize Jedi as a religion. Oh shit! Am I out? No. Hold on, there's another lighter. Sith Lord, dope. Dope. But nah, I'm just Jedi or a grooming gang. Whoa. No grooming. But it's like, it feels like impossible to market music. And, okay, it's your first EP and no one know. Fair enough, right? What point should you be known though? Fourth? Like I said, I'll probably be at 3 by, let me give myself even more time. Let's say March. Let's say by March 1st, I've released 3 EPs, 1 synthwave, and hopefully I can get another synthwave single out there too. But okay, let's say I don't, and just do the 2 EPs that I got. I'm gonna start recording later on today, actually. Jedi RA Grooming Gang, Jedi or Epstein Associates. What in the world are we talking about? We talking about the Jedi from Star Wars, or are we talking about that? Or is that the code word that I'm just not hip on because I'm smoking? They also expand their range through state sexual kidnapping of babies. Whoa. I'm guessing that is the code word. That's crazy. But I think I even talked about, because when I was talking about some of this kid stuff, like think about how much they know about. Kind of talked about that. I keep forgetting the guy, the Tim Tebow. Oh, we are talking about Star Wars Jedi, obviously. The Tim Tebow thing. Keep forgetting the guy's podcast he's on, but he was talking about. I don't know, man. I don't know. That's an interesting question. Wait down, and I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to put anything on nobody, cause that's a trap too. Like to constantly. I'm not saying there's no correlation. There's nothing. I'm not trying to say nothing to see here, but everything to see is not here either, right? It's even deeper than that, right? President Harvard resigned after Congress voted for 27-1 because two sorrel to release them because 2 sorrel judges making the e-files. I'm just making jokes. Yeah, we're just joking. This is the shit that'll get me in more trouble than some ads. This is the shit that be keep me on the watch list. This is the shit that keep me on the watch list, keep me on the naughty list with YouTube. But honestly, this shit I stream for, man. I like, because the world is something fucked up, man. It is. It's deeper than that. That's what she said, right? But the world's fucked up. The world's fucked up. And you talking about them? There's been a lot of kidnappings in the Virginia area. Fuck, you talk about D.C. And there was reports that they kept having all these ice cream trucks late at night. Like, what the fuck? Who does ice cream trucks at all in 2020 anything? And like at 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night in these Virginia neighborhoods? Like, what the fuck is going on? There's always these reports of these missing children. They post them in Walmart. We never see of it. There's been reports since the 70s of van. I mean, when I came up, watch out. That's why people call it the grape van. People got suspicious of large vans with no markings on them because they were using vans with no markings of it. It wasn't for no reason. It's because it was really happening. A successful drug dealer. I mean, there's no such thing in 2020 and beyond as successful drug dealers. They have to be federal. They have cartels, but cartels are government. Rather, you consider them to be which sometimes they treat them like a damn government entity onto themselves, but cartels are government. So that's not counted. There's no more Big Meaches coming out that door or Boston Georges or nobody. That shit's dead. Not in the iPhone age. So there's nobody hustling on the street with no. And again, these were in middle classish neighborhoods. They weren't, Virginia's got some rough places, Virginia Beach and different areas. Of course, the DMV area itself, fair enough, but it was just these random places in Virginia. Kind of, a lot of them, when you looked at, some of them felt like nondescript places in Virginia, but still, cartels literally control. Yeah, you could consider them a government onto themselves. Yeah, control the Mexican government. Yeah. But the cartels they still got to get in line with the global plan. Just, they can't just go totally. They can do whatever they want in the framework of what they allow. They don't care about them killing us and shit. Like, they can chop up many citizens they want. Straight up. They can do whatever they want, but they still got to operate within whatever the global parameters are. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. The cartel's still operating, and they still got to listen. You can look, and you can and that's part of the reason why. You can look it up. Cosmo's right on with this. Not to keep going back to that group, but that's the group she belongs to, and like Cosmo said, a lot of the people. So, but like I said, they still let the cartels operate. They let gangs. The globalists, they've let gangs operate all the time. They'll let gangs operate when they want them to. But that's a whole nother can of worms. And so the cartels is really, but right now that's it. They don't really allow, I guess, some gangs, but like they not allowing like no real like that the hood hero, the Big Meaches, that shit's dead. There's that shit dead. Yeah, they get American weapons, but the cartels that's something like the Contras, going back to the dope shit, or something like what you might see in certain regions, especially when they give them a nice little nickname. We know about So we'll just say that in certain regions of the planet, whenever a group all of a sudden you never heard of, they have a catchy little nickname. Usually they got a connection to intelligence, and that go the same with shit. Was it Pablo Escobar that had FBI ties? This shit's not, they do shit all over, and I think even Castro man has some intelligence ties as well. I know that's more dictatorship, but still, most of these motherfuckers are connected. If they're not connected to the U.S./Israel, they're connected to the Brits and MI6 and all that shit, or Tavistock, or one of the other little different things. Or they went to college in Britain. So if somehow they escape the U.S.-Israel connection, they'll be connected there, or as y'all mentioned, certain other ethnicities maybe. So get cheap weapons from y'all. They want us to buy the drugs. India's been dealing with tons of attacks, but no one used ammonium nitrate. Wait, all but one used ammonium nitrate. Tells me the 6,000 pounds of ammonium nitrate, and the boxcar went to CIA, sold it to Pakistan. So I didn't know anything about this. India's dealing with attack with ammonium nitrate. Cheap ones for sure. The good stuff they get from y'all. Look, man, if I'm living in this old guy's house and he's selling guns to the neighbors out the back door while I'm standing in the driveway, is that my fault? Yeah. I guess maybe if you're looking out. Zeus, what do you want? Oh, Zeus. I don't know if y'all hear him groan. Zeus. Oh, man. Zeus, what's going on? Okay, hold on. All right, guys, hold on. Let me let my dog out. Because he's a boxcar LA rail yard. Just 6,000 pounds of ammonium nitrate. That's not suspicious at all. So that's what you were talking about, CIA selling to Pakistan. All right, I got to let my dog out. I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that. But I wanted to make sure I let him back in. Let me see. Story doesn't end there; it just becomes a different story. Yep. Only a CIA op can make an entire boxcar in its content. Yeah. Disappear. They blew shit up with it years ago. No black socks for me yet. Is your fault only if you're living in a CIA black site. Yeah, it could be. Cambodia is more than a brown site. You said don't even take the CIA to ghost a boxcar, so you can do it with less than that. Okay, Rambo. You said you're not Rambo or Walter White, but you said you give you 50 grand, you can get rid of any boxcar. So I don't know. There weren't attacks that used recently until that report. Earth's a big place. Plus, you can use it to make other stuff. Fair enough. One chemical away from being fertilizer, one chemical away from being explosive stuff. Wow. Black girl magic, stop. Yeah, how do you move a boxcar? I guess, well, the contents you can strip. I guess you get it to a some sort of depot. Doesn't need to be undetected, needs to be unreported. Few K goes a long way towards making it disappear. It does happen every day. And then, who knows what happens with containers and port yards. Only the Most High knows. I mean, there's been many reports. And what's a boxcar? It's like a train car. That's probably a more accurate term, train car. But we're old, so I guess we're calling boxcar. But basically, a rail car or train car worth of essentially explosives was missing in the rail yards a few years ago. And it's starting to pop up in some attacks, but apparently, can be used for other things, may have already been used for other attacks. How the hell does a rail car just vanish? That's what we're going through. And while, let's be honest, Wait Down has a good point. It doesn't need to vanish. It just needs to not be reported. I mean, we saw as simple as the Sting, and this is what they tell us. It's probably, who knows? The guy's probably not even gone. Probably never even was in jail. But the Sting situation, Big Ep, what they do, a few minutes of the footage is missing, right? So you think they'd do it with that? I mean, you could do that with anything, and nobody's even looking into this shit. And then, after a while, you talking about tape, even where they recording it, they got it on camera. Well, after 6 months, they still got the same tape. You know what I'm saying? Oh, they archive it. Do they? Maybe they don't. Or maybe somebody, took out the tape that they needed to, or took out whatever, something. Now, they do have trackers and GPS trackers on it. So somebody took the GPS tracker off. Somebody took whatever sort of evidence there would be that of what happened. I mean, shit, we just saw what happened with the Louvre. They just took a fucking thing. They just kind of ran in and grabbed that shit. It wasn't no expert, Ocean's 11 type shit. You ain't got to do all that shit. You just do it and then pay off whoever you need to pay off. So that's what Wait Down is talking about. So I am understanding how you can make that shit disappear. It makes a lot more sense as he explained it. Minimum wage workers don't know what's in them. No, you don't. Nobody knows. They don't tell nobody what's in this shit, unless you ain't gonna know what the fuck's in that shit. It's like working at a post office or something. Even Arnie, there's dozen ways you wouldn't believe things get lost in transit or misplaced. ID numbers on every car. How do they lose one? Conductor should know what he's pulling. All they gotta do is pull it over. Either pull it over at the right time or just rob the yard. Rob the empty yard. Okay, everything's been pulled to the site. They could have had workers helping them. They could have loaded. A lot of rail cars end up trailers or loaded onto trailers. They could have loaded the rail car on the trailer, empty it out just like it. This is what they do in normal shipments. They'd take a rail car, put it on a trailer, take it to a facility, a warehouse, Empty all this shit. This is what happens to 90% of the shipments that you get from Nike, any other company. Take it to a warehouse or distribution center of some sort, or return the container back to the rail yard. And so they just do what happens to a standard shipment, only for this, and just don't report any of it. Don't go through the normal reporting procedures. And so there's no very indication that it left or anyone came to pick it up. That's all you do. But you would still need basic transport, right? And people to offload it. Or you could load up a truck at the rail yard. Either or. Maybe that, whichever they prefer, whichever took the less amount of cleanup after. So yeah, it just grease the palms of anybody who has any issue. And if anybody really got an issue, there's a way for that too, as they say. Yeah, it's thing. You could just load the truck up there at the rail yard and just because trucks go to rail yards all the time. 75% of the weapons we sent to Ukraine went missing. Yeah, found in the hands of Mexican drug cartels at the southern border. That's interesting. If you don't know Frank and Frank undead, oh geez, talking about that again. Mad scientists experimenting on people. Yeah, I don't think that's for me. I think you've mentioned it. You mentioned it earlier, but you mentioned it the previous time. I don't think that's why I'm not too big of an anime. I'm sure it's some good stuff, but it's just sometimes I'm just a bit too wacky for me. Bought and sold a dozen times, yeah. That's what war is for skimming, yeah. Rothschilds bought the world. I was famous say, buy when blood is in the streets. Yeah, he created wars to generate greater wealth and control. And think about all the crises, because we're going to go through a major crash. I mean, Wall Street's being pumped up. I am very nervous about having so much money in Wall Street, and I don't have a ton, but like I said, I got a 401k, and even though it's basically just an S&P 500 thing, but it's just like it's gonna crash. But they always peak up. So if you buy, the term "buy blood in the streets," though they do it literally, is also just a figurative term for buying a dip as well. That's what a lot of times it's used by investors. So when you see a bubble pop, and when you see shit like when you see a 2008, 2009 housing crash, and you buy then, you've now strengthened your stuff, because then it's going to, once it gets out of there, now you own more shares of everything, right? As an investor or as a hedge fund or whatever you want to call it. What's the other term they call these things, like BlackRock and Blackstone, which don't get those mixed up. Boy, do people get mad when you get BlackRock and Blackstone mixed up. Like, that fucking matters. Fuck them both. Or like Vanguard and all that other shit. Max weight for semis. Cali is 15 pounds. They would need 6 trucks to move 6,000 pounds. Well, I still think you still can do that. You just, again, as long as you pay up, as long as you're willing to pay off. Because I don't know how much 6,000 pounds of that stuff is worth. But if you're going to sell on the black market, I'm sure it's worth paying off whoever you need to pay off. I mean, how does anything get in this country, right? If people don't get their palms greased. Like you said, you're passively familiar with criminality, you can figure out easier than you think if you had the funds backing you up. And yep, that's for real. That's why When people want to do something illegal, that's why people overcharge over illegal stuff. Here's Wakedown's prediction. They crash the system on purpose, create Great Depression. Even though your money is worthless now, the banks are closed. They offer significant payments of CDBCs, exchange for property rights that promise, CDBCs are more secure. I know that's the plan. Some version of that is the plan. Let's read some other stuff. Frankie and Fran is similar to Rick and Morty, except gorier. Well, I didn't get the Rick and Morty either. And I'm not a big gore guy. I mean, I saw Pickle Rick, but I didn't. Wasn't my thing. Italian Dragetta mob built the whole damn port with EU funds to smuggle cocaine to Europe. Put 500 million from the EU investment funds. Sheesh. Making a couple boxcars disappear ain't shit. Yeah. Off significant. Yeah, right. That BlackRock was found to be contracted with the feds to buy up as much property. I'm not shocked. Somebody found a I'm always shocked when something's like that is so on paper. Because that's what they did, is buy up property as fast as possible. Pay BlackRock for every illegal written their properties. Wow. Crazy work. All right, man. I appreciate you being here, Wake Down. Always cool when you show up. Always a lot to think about. Also in real life, catch you next time. Yeah, man. This makes me glad I stream, because sometimes I'm like, there's no point in streaming. I'm glad I'm streaming. You showed up. A few of y'all showed up. It was always cool when any of y'all show up. I was Wake Down as the editor of this channel a long time ago, and a friend of us all before he dipped out to Cambodia. Nah, I mean, we pretty black pilled anyway. Because it's hard not to be. I try to, I've been trying to focus more on entertainment than politics and shit, because politics is, I don't know how you can buy in. I don't know how anyone buys in politics. I don't want to criticize people because I'm stupid enough to bought into it. So I'm not trying to criticize nobody. But I don't know how anyone doesn't recognize it. This is completely, I don't know how people can justify it. Unless it's just the entertainment factor. Like, hey, it's just entertaining, man. I'm just talking about a TV show. I'm like, all right, yeah, I talk about wrestling, I talk about football. So I get it then. But if you're buying these as like legitimate anything other than story beats, then I don't know, man. I don't know what you're watching. But yeah, it's free and don't make it your whole life. I'm trying to be positive because I also want to, like I said, I'm worried about a crash. I'm worried about them replacing cash. There's a lot of, especially the dollar in specific. But like, what do you do? Do you do nothing? Do you do nothing to progress, or do nothing to? While they still got a dollar, I might be. While they still got a dollar, while I still got a job, I might be able to buy a home out here. So I want to try to do that. We'll see if I can do it. If I can't, I can't. But it's at least worth going to kick the tires on. And if I can, cool. Yeah, you're right. You don't really own anything, property taxes. True, but I mean, shit. You don't. What do you do? Just do nothing, man? I don't know. I'm paying rent. At least let me get equity in this motherfucker. That's true. It's always easier to believe the soothing lie than accept the painful truth. Acceptance means you let yourself be deceived. But worse, you have to do something about it. Yeah. It's the last black pill. I'm out. All right, peace. We can only do what we capable of doing, Way Down was capable of making it to another country. He made that his thing. Cool. It's not like things gonna be there, or things ain't gonna happen there. Things gonna happen everywhere. It's a global thing. See the shit for what it is. At least you can somewhat prepare for it. Yeah. I mean, and if it gets to a point where you can't prepare for it, Oh man, uncontrolled weight loss can be a scary thing. What do you think of controlling your uncontrolled weight loss, Rowan? Hopefully it's nothing serious, man. Um, all you can do is somewhat prepare because if it gets super real, I mean, if we get into even like if the dollar Zimbabwe's, that's gonna be real for the for America and really the world because then CDBCs are right around the corner. But or if the dollar and the euro, if a bunch of currencies all Zimbabwe at once. Oof. Oh man, Ruin. Hopefully you're good. Have you been to a doctor recently? Oh, people keep telling me I need to go to a doctor in the right, and hopefully I'm gonna try to make an appointment somewhat soon. I gotta look at my insurance and check. Um, but that's rough, man. I hope you don't have anything, man. I hope you're okay, Rowan. Seriously, 'cause that would be terrible. Your esophagus is perfect, stomach is perfect. Okay, so yeah, I guess think you have been going and they been testing things, but it's the two signs that shows third pancreas. I see. That's what I've been worried about. This all this money printing. They print so much fucking money. They infinitely print money. The debt gets higher and higher. There's nothing to pay down this debt. Both sides print money because it's not like uh, all the bullshit they cut. They're just cutting it just to cut it. It's not making no impact on the debt. They just trolling. It's just for political trolling. Um, and it's just to give the people less. Anyway, just to fuck the people for the few things that they may have a benefit from. Pancreas is the worst. Oh man, brother's wife called your health insurance fund. What? Something. Oh man, I heard they have something called. I actually just heard from those girls, so I don't know how valid it is. They have like a. They said if you get any hospital bill, ask for the itemized bill and ask for the out of pocket discount or something like that. If you don't have insurance or whatever the case may be, or you want to go around insurance. But that's horrible that she would call your health insurance provider. That you're stealing. What the fuck is wrong with? I'm your brother's wife. That's crazy work. What? I mean, that's probably a longer story than you have time, huh? Right? If you got beef that much, holy shit, that's horrific, man. Man, nothing worse than when people close to you doing bullshit, man. I'm sorry to hear that, brother. That's crazy work. That's crazy as fuck, right? Never allowed to use Comcast for stealing internet. What the fuck? Who does, brother? And your brother owes you money on top of all this shit. Jesus. And she's terrorizing you and fucking up your life. Is it over this 1,200 or is she just a cunt and it just happens to also be the case? What a piece of shit. That's crazy. That's crazy. Some people are crazy, man. I'm sorry to hear that. I don't even know how to react. I'm really just sorry you're dealing with that, man. Really sorry you're dealing with that, man. I don't even know what to tell you. Yes, over the 1200 his new condition. That he must be needed. He must be wanted. What the fuck? It's fucking nuts. That sounds fucking nuts. Sheesh. Well, man, prayers for you. What you dealing with, you man, with your family, man. It makes me really like appreciative. Those are her conditions. Appreciative of having family, and you hear about stuff like that where a spouse will make somebody either separate or cause all the separation with their family, and in particular, usually it's the woman. As much as they talk about, oh, men alienate women and do it, okay, but when we actually start looking at statistics, that's not what it shows. I'm supposed to sell my father's house. Shit's yours now. Yeah, I can imagine. Over the 1200. She's like, oh, I'm gonna just fuck up somebody else's life. Way worse than 1200. It is demonic. You're right. That's some truly demonic shit, man. That's truly demonic, bro. Shit. They hardcore liberals. I see what shit. What are you what to be, got the MAGA shit. Well, I don't know if you MAGA, but at least more right wing. Shit, even if you wasn't, who wouldn't be after dealing with these motherfuckers? See, shit like this make me feel like, I will say, it does make me feel like, man, being single ain't the worst thing on earth. That's how you supposed to be brother face to face. Swore he would convert you, but didn't say what he was talking about. What the fuck? Sound like some Illuminati type shit. What the fuck? Was he talking about converting you to Freemasonry? What the fuck is he talking about? Hopefully I'm only joking. Shit, that's going back to the original thing. I'm talking about marketing his music, trying to get this shit out of here. Trans kids matter. Was that what he's trying to convert you to? Trans kids don't exist, just crazy parents. I mean, that's odds on. And if they really want to get mad, oh, you insensitive, I'm insensitive. Why? Then why, whenever somebody wants to regress their transition, there's no support for them? What about those people who regret their transition and don't want to do it anymore? What about Demi Lovato? Wasn't she fucking genderless a few years ago? Don't she got like a kid and a husband now? That transgender shit. And y'all fucking with kids over that shit. And then wonder why people look at y'all crazy. Yeah, something like that. That's wild work. That's wild work. We're gonna convert you. Get the fuck out of here. But what was I gonna say? I do wonder what numbers on social media trigger them evil people contacting you. I just want to stay below those numbers. Oh, that's the only conversion you could think of is T. Yeah, get the wood chipper, right? Oh, demonic shit. But like, at what point do they say, "Hey, you have XYZ amount of subscribers or followers or views, or we see you getting this much money, so you got to get down and lay down." It's like, yo, I'm gonna quit. Like, I would quit. Can I quit? Because I'd rather live. I believe in Jesus, like straight up. You know, I'm not perfect. I'll never be. And I'm not trying to, say that I'm some example, but that is what I truly believe. I'm not into no crazy shit. And it sounds like a joke, but like clearly they take motherfuckers off of these smaller platforms and turn them into like I'm sure at one point Drewski was just a dude, right, on the internet doing internet comedy, right? And there's other people who do internet comedy. But then Drewski's at a whole nother level because he does celebrity shit now. He's in celebrity NBA games and all this other shit. So like, but we seen Drewski at the white parties and at the Diddy parties and that we didn't get this whole Diddy party shit out of the air. You know what I'm saying? We didn't all invent this shit. There clearly is a initiation situation that some people go through. How do I stay away from it? And I don't want to Cat Williams stay away from it where I have to deal with it. No. I want to never see it ever like I don't see it now. Like in the same way. And maybe they do got a motherfucker following me into HEB and I don't know. Right? But I don't know. I don't see the motherfucker. I'm just living my fucking life. I want to do that. I don't want this bullshit. I don't want it that bad. I want it enough to spend DoorDash money on ads. I don't want it enough to take it in the ass. Pause. And going back to this stuff, man. We're not God. We can't be perfect. Oh, yeah. No. Fred, his next door neighbor. Brother's wife got his water cut off. He was stealing water legit. Goodness. I'm sorry doing that to you. I'm doing this to anyone. This is how real bad situations happen. Shit like this. I was about to ask, you know what's crazier? If your brother was doing it, you could probably do more with the police, but because it's a woman, they wouldn't take you seriously. Women can get away with absolute harassment. They can get away with stalking. They can get away with so many different crimes. Domestic abuse. All the crimes they complain about men, they can get away with scot-free. Unfortunately, with the legal system and everything the way it is. If a woman beats you up and the police are called, you go to jail 9 times out of 10. So even with all the evidence, I'm sure you got receipts for a lot of this stuff, not everything. You can show that to law enforcement or court and have nothing happen. Gave him ultimatum, pay me what he owes. 2,000 plus storage free for the crap he left in 2 clauses that you want. Talk about your neighbor. Oh yeah, shit. Is he good? You should steal the water. Man, fuck this water. This is my water too. This is our water. Shit. I ain't stealing water though, so don't fuck with me, government. Younger handicapped brother is a wrestling savant. Cut off all his networks and took $3,000 from him. What the fuck? That's some real toxic shit. They take his disability money. Damn, this is fucking horrible, Ruin. I didn't realize you was dealing with this, man. So this is like this family ruining marriage, and your brother is basically fucking up everybody around him with this bitch. That's crazy. I didn't think self-termination. But I ain't gonna say what I think just in case something happened. I just gotta pray for you after this. I literally pray for you, bro. That's tough. Yeah, you might want to try to mend stuff with the neighbor. I mean, he shouldn't have been stealing water. That's still wild. She had no heat and it's 35 degrees outside. Wow. When did this stuff start? Like, what's the timeline on all this stuff? Like, is this all recent? Is this all the past year, past multiple years? So it's June 12th. Okay. Wow. Damn, you been still catching some of these streams going through all this. I'm really sorry you've been going this since June 12th. What do they want you to do? Like, I don't, like, they just gonna torture everybody? Damn, so it's the day your father shot himself in the mouth. Wow. Severing his spine cord. Wow, sorry to hear that. Wow, wow, wow. I'm sorry. Wow. Beg, grovel. Wow. She was not like that. Wow. I'm I'm at a real loss for words, brother. You're dealing with some seriousness. Wow, that's serious. Yeah, some people are evil, man. Golly. Golly, I'm very sorry. How long has he even been married? I mean, I guess, I kind of got to, man, I almost feel like, man, shit, man, that shit really, this started, he's Garrett, very good actor, playing the role of innocent princess since 2018. That is a long time, but not a long time. Like, what? It's close to a decade, 7 years, maybe, add a couple years of dating, so they may have been together around 10 years. And married since 2018. A lot of two-faced people, man. And it's just like, golly, that's crazy. I was, I'm not gonna act like that wasn't one of the many questions. It was like, what ethnicity is this person? But I've seen different ethnicities of women do it. It's really the men for allowing it, man. You don't. No dude has to allow this, and it's not race specific. Best friend worked with him. He's caught hair from being fired. Oh, that's the worst. Nothing's worse than working while you know they're trying to fire you. And it's not. I will say it's not necessarily race specific, but it's a lot of it's just a dude, man. Hey, I'm willing for you to leave me to not suffer. It says everybody can Caucasian. I see. Yeah, man. Uh, I don't want to even make jokes about it. I don't want to make jokes about it because this everything is so serious. It's call ISIS to deport your other neighbors and they think it's you. That's crazy. That is insane. Like, whew, that's insane, man. I don't even, and I don't even know what the remedy of this is. Right? I mean, I'm at a real loss for words, man. Geez, this has been a hellacious 5 6 months since June, and prayers. Is your did your I'm assuming your father died, right? One house has 11 Hispanic people living in a 2 bedroom. Wow. Another neighbor is just a nice black dude. He's cool. This shit is super dark. Super dark. Something lighter. Yeah, I feel shot yourself in the mouth. That's what I assume. But you can.
Was it scary when the car sped by?
I do PG-13 things.
Okay. I don't know how much lighter this is because this is pretty dark itself. But I mean, so you can be in a state after that for a minute. Believe it or not. I mean, not to get super dark, but that's you look. Sheesh. I don't even. I'm gonna just play with the tension dildo provided to hopefully, which I don't even know if this is gonna lighten up the mood or not. I feel. I looked at it. This is me. This is me. I just think this is gonna send us. I think this is just gonna affect our afterlife, but we gotta try something. So here we go.
Was it scary when the car sped by?
I do PG-13 things to jars of mayonnaise.
So there's that. I mean, there's nothing. There was nowhere to go. Oh, it's dark. Oh man, so we're getting back. Found this note on his computer open. Is that Will Levis? Oh, shout out to Will Levis. Oh man. Sister to 20 guns. Supposed to sell, split the money. Said she kept the money, went on vacation. Brother got life insurance. He kept all of it. Jeez. Man, all you can do is probably maybe move and just cut off everybody. Obviously, that's a lot of effort. Maybe you want to consult a lawyer and see if you can sue for harassment. If you want to do that, maybe you get a restraining order if they haven't done that yet, just to say you had the legal precedent. I mean, getting a restraining order wouldn't be a bad idea. Reporting her to the police, even though I say shits and giggles, maybe they take it seriously, maybe don't, but it gets you on paper. Protecting yourself legally is the best thing you could do. Putting as much stuff on paper and if there's stuff, if there's certain little things that you can't put on paper, don't put it on paper. I mean, shit. Put as much stuff on paper, get as much litigation proof as you can. Obviously, attorneys are expensive, but I'm like, if there are some who will sue and like, all right, we're not gonna take it unless we can win it type shit, and there's some money in it. Now they may have a consultation fee. I get all that. I'm not trying to say like lawyers' fees because nothing, right? Chain school to cop. It's more to keep the lawyer fees. Supposed to sell the house, split. Well, now that is easy money. Yeah, if the house is in your name, I would absolutely sell it and dip. That's something you could do. No trespass, no TRO. House is valued at $22K, burial is at $5K, sell both will disappear. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. Just sell it and dip. And shit, I see why you was somewhat through something. Should maybe go to Cambodia. Shit. Did you have this? Is a you have to cut off ties, man. Cause it's either cut ties, or cut something else. Everything's a civil matter. You can still get a restraining order. I wonder about harassment. Maybe not. Maybe not. Certainly, if the genders were crossed, a harassment it would definitely be a harassment charge. That's just the unfortunate reality. Or that would at least be on the table. But you say everything's a civil matter. I was still. I mean, it's $100. What is it? I don't know what it costs. It may be. You're right. Maybe right. Maybe it's meaningless. I mean, most people say, but you're not really. This person ain't no real physical threat, right? You say everything's civil matter. I already told your best friend. Listen, I feel honored that you shared this here, bro. Because this, you try to be a little. I mean, I'm just a dude streaming, man. You know what I mean? I try to do the best I can. I appreciate you guys show up to my streams. And, man, if I can be an ear to talk to, I don't mind being it because y'all just gave me so much support. So I want to support y'all. He is a threat. 400 pounds in a loose cannon. Oh, shit. Shit, I also hope you exercise too. See, man, this shit, man. Whew. Start a trap house if anything happens. It's just gang violence. Sister has guns, ammo, loose cannon. Shit. You gotta at least have something just in case. If that's the case. Had no family. That's really fucked up, man. What about the younger brother? How are you with him? Or is it just the younger disabled brother that you mentioned? Or is it just because of everything? It's like you can't even get to him. Your dad died, he was growing pot. So as far as they know, this is a pot farmhouse. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Getting sister and brother to start a fight. They'll do it eventually. If you leave, they will do it. They'll do it on their own. You can't talk to them out the other brother and wife finding out. I see. But yeah, they'll start. All you got, if you can sell what you got and then dip, they eventually start fighting each other. They monitor his phone like it's five, man. Well, damn. Then there's no more choice. Then you do got to cut everybody off, man. I'm sorry to hear this, man. This is beyond kind. It's very much heartbreaking. Tried that. Sister told me how much he owes me, and he pretends like it's zero. Change the purport to call ICE. Yeah, it should make your blood boil. Yeah, I feel like heartbroken because it's just like the whole situation is heartbreaking, and just man, people just changing. Snitched on him to me. She snitched on him to you. Oh, what the fuck? Just crazy. Crazy work. Well, I'm sorry, bro. All family stuff, pleasure to find a husband, rough summer fire. I see. Yeah, I can see that, man. I can see how this shit might mess with your health and make it worse, man. Oh, yes, you mentioned that earlier with the pancreas. Golly, brother. I'm praying for you, man. I'm pulling for you, man. Like, I hope everything gets better with you, bro. Yeah, I'm sure this is affecting your health. I mean, I was talking to my grandfather last week, and I tried to talk to him this week because I'm blessed to have my grandparents as old as both of them are. Um, Talking to my grandfather, and he was talking about some of the health issues he's dealing with. I'm not even gonna get into specifics, but he's talked about all the health issues he's had. Part of this was to encourage me to get checked out, but part of it was also that he always had a positive outlook, and he definitely thinks that's the reason he's got through some health issues, especially some recent stuff. And so that's why he has a positive outlook for the issues he's dealing with, because he truly believes being positive about that. Now, there's nothing positive. Your relationships with your family are basically ruined until your brother. I mean, they're basically ruined, unfortunately. But you still have life and value, and so if there's any suggestions to focus on trying to get healthy, if you got to Jim Cornette that shit, live out of spite, trying to get healthy and trying to get away from the craziness. Cutting off your family and being cut off has to now be a priority, and working. Said the abdomen pain didn't start to the doctor. Your dad died. Wow. Watch Asmund go. His dad dealt with pancreatic cancer. He died after chemo. Wow. Jesus. Well, I mean, Jesus, bro. When will you know if you do have something pancreatic? There's no surviving pancreatic cancer. 6 months top. When would you know about that? You don't have cancer infections like his dad did, or is it already confirmed? And did I miss that, or is there like you still running? Like when? What is the time frame of figuring out? And I apologize if I missed that or misunderstood that. But is it possible it could be something else less serious? And what's the, I guess, details on that? Your little brother's diagnosis and surgery he had? What surgery did he have? I apologize if I misunderstood or got confused about that. Let me see what it's called. Okay. Hereditary stent. Also, right. Okay, I'm not sure if maybe you didn't mention it. Let's see what it's costs. Yeah, I'm at a loss for words, man. I wish I could hug you, brother. So he has a genetic disorder that affects his stomach and esophagus. If left untreated, is it possible you can be? Is it possible it can be treated and not cause that pancreatic cancer? You said if left untreated, could it be caught at a treatable stage? And you said you don't have cancer infections. Because if it's, hopefully you're at a point where whatever you're dealing with is still treatable. Symptoms the same as yours. I see. Projectile acid reflux, one issue it causes. I see. No idea. I see. Wow, brother. Man, is there a way of reaching out to you? Like you got an email or something I could keep in touch with you, or I don't know if you have. You probably don't have an Instagram. Cause man, I just feel for you, brother. And shit, if you just need someone to talk to outside this stream, man, I could. There's other people I talk to, man. I'll be there for you, man. Cause I wish there was something I could do. You know what I mean? I can't do something. Yahoo, same name, Insta. Insta the shit I'm always on. Unfortunately, cause I doom scroll on that. Let me see if I can find you on Insta. I mean, I scroll through my Yahoo, but I could easier miss an email. Knowing that shit, yeah, man. Shh. That's like, man. That's why I don't even want to. That's so beyond evil that it's hard to even think about, like how someone could do some shit like that. How can you cancel insurance for somebody with health issues? Goodness. I don't know if did I ever add you? Let me see. Oops. Okay, let me search for Forbidden One. Your best friends won't told you what your little brother was dealing with, and that he's having surgery. He didn't have the boss say anything. Wow. Wow. Okay, there you are. All right, I'm following you. A message you say, hey, a bit ruined, lazy, basic. Hey, most things are VigilanteWilliamson. So, or I'm me. I use a similar name for me. So I just say, hey, man. And, feel free to reach out. Or not. I mean, I ain't trying to press myself into nobody's life either, man. Because if you need your space, whatever, man. What the fuck is this demonic shit? How do I block this? But yeah, that's rough, man. Turn the light away. Goodness, my sinuses. Oof. That's rough business, brother. That's rough business. But yeah, man, if you ever want to reach out on anything and talk about anything, whatever, man. And I'm praying for you, bro. Let's pray it's something, you know. Let's pray you can get through this. It's something that you can get through. Let's pray that it's something you can get through and something you can find peace. And that there's peace at this. Because things come in seasons. They say things come in seasons. There's obviously, there's good seasons, there's bad seasons. Looking through your messages, fair enough. I said a forbidden ruin. They have the same little nuclear warning sign, or whatever that sign is. So I don't know if this, I don't know if it's another brother. I don't know who I just said this shit to. But so it's got the. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I'm starting to think, what is that radiation sign? Nuclear power. Okay. Yeah, it's almost. So yeah, that one looks like it has a little bit more shading. The other one just looks kind of a little bit more. Basically, it's the same sign. Man, Yeah, my stomach. I feel like sick hearing that. Legit sick. Like legit sick to my stomach. Golly, and I'm just trying to. That person, that your brother's wife is evil, and it seems like your brother and your sister got a lot of fucked up stuff going on too, and a lot of fucked up people in your life. And I'm sorry that you're dealing with this, man. Really fucked up motherfuckers. Really. I mean, I don't understand. I don't understand that psychology. Do they have a bunch of kids together? We did lose everybody. That's fine. That's fine. I did want to talk more about you know, I could try that again tomorrow. The ethics of trying to promote whatever. Because I'm thinking it's all right. I've been trying to be pretty optimistic about this music. Oh man, like I'm gonna release. I'm about to work on new projects, release projects, and everything's gonna be smooth. No one of them is sterile. Thank goodness there's no more of her, I guess. So hopefully it's her because she shouldn't reproduce. That lineage, that lineage that lineage got to end. But hopefully she's sterile. Not your brother still, is nothing to allow all this and to be a part of all this is sick. But if she, because I mean, I don't know what your brother's going through, but Oz is she's cheating because hoes like that cheat because they just think they can do whatever they want, so they do whatever they want. So when you hoes really controlling like that, she don't, she might be controlling him and not even respect. Dad said when they tried it was her, well, thank goodness. So if she do cheat, don't nobody else get it pregnant. So you still here? It did show 2 watching for a little bit. I did see that. I said 2 and 3, but it's usually 3. It's been 3 most of the time, and I figured either Cotton or Richard was lurking. Told you more than you should know. Fair enough. But yeah, I'm glad. I hope it's her, cause she, that's the women can always reproduce. All women have to do is exist. It doesn't matter how terrible they are. Unfortunately, because we overvalue. Remember what? You know what? To link up back to what we was talking about earlier, how people going off hexagons. Some people overvalue pussy. It's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing. And nothing's worse when you overvalue pussy, but if I got a stereotype of controlling situation, usually it's a dude who, maybe it's not always, because it can happen to dudes who do well with ladies too. But usually it's a dude who's not necessarily an expert with the ladies. And it's a woman who herself, she probably ain't that much either, but she's able to convince a guy that she's a lot more than what she is, and therefore she's able to convince a guy anything. Most people overvalue. People do bear with the worst females. As much as there's a lot of, you chose them, a lot of dudes choose really toxic females. Just the same. And yeah, you overvalue. Listen, it's a wonderful thing, but it should never come before. And you know what? The people who usually don't value it as much, you have a tendency of it coming a little easier to them. One of the reasons, because it's not something they're going to stress about. But that notwithstanding, you know, and this is why they want to raise men without self-esteem, right? They let the women control everything, and women can lead to and don't believe. Humans have a lot great capacity for evil. A lot of they are pushing a very gendered. Oh, it's men. Men are just so evil. The world. You ever hear them say the world was ran by women? The world would be a better place. Margaret Thatcher existed. Stop it. Griselda Blanco existed. We've seen women in power. We saw Hitler. We saw what she was going to do. We saw what she did in Haiti. I mean, when women get power, they're as evil as anything else. And this is a way of unfortunately, women got that power between their legs that men give to them, because that's why we want having men with no belief in themselves, and just I'm just doing my wife. Like at the first sign of trouble, your brother should have left. He should have never probably married her. And I'm sure she was manipulative because she sounds like a sociopath. Narcissist sociopath are they're more charming than the average bear. I'll grant you that. 90% chick, she was being nice. Women stop hiding their intentions. They brag on social media and get praise. Yeah, it's a lot of times. %90 of women really, left them for 2 weeks earlier. It's okay, yeah, so she's fucking around. She's fucking around. So she might be sterile on some STD type shit. Can some of that shit sterilize you? This is what happened. You know what though? A lot of people listen. I'm not saying I'm not going to go. I'm not an anti-natalist. I'm not an anti-marriage thing. I think it's important for societies and important for humans and important for people to get married and to have kids. But this is why that's not the default, and that shouldn't be everybody's default, because some people ain't shit. And if you this is why I joke sometimes and say I joke with Richard, I call myself the NCL King. A lot of that is I'm never going to accept no bullshit. In order for me to date, because I don't do that well, I will have to accept bullshit. I can't accept none. Zero. Life is less stressful and cheaper that way. It depends. It depends on what type of boring, right? I mean, I'm a peaceful dude. I live a boring life. I love parts of my boring life. The only thing I don't like is working. I want to even more boring. Shit. Yeah, STD is at least that twice issue. But I'm just profiling. There's, they say borderline. She's this sounds like a NPD, narcissistic personality disorder, bitch. Legit narcissism. There's a different. People throw that word around. No, this is what people that next level of needing to control other people. That's when you start to get to narcissism. It's not some of this dumb shit people internet saying. When you do the shit that she's done, cutting people off insurance, going through all this stuff to go through somebody's life. Because it's not just a self-centeredness, it's a need to control other humans. Need to manipulate and control other humans around them and around their orbit. And to control and manipulate everyone, even if it's through proxies. And this is one of the million reasons I never had gastric bypass. I've known people to gain the weight back many a time. He wouldn't change his diet, added 100 pounds. Crazy. They both had it. Oh, that's another thing that can make somebody sick. These women lose a lot of weight, And I knew somebody. She was cheating on her husband even when she was fat and disgusted. She was disgusting. She was a weird. Oh my God, she creeped me out. She used to creep shit. She used to creep me out bad. Weird looking bitch. And the city was so small. She started going to the same gym. She made me stop. I switched the times I went to the gym. This weird bitch, but she had gastric. She got gastric bypass and lost a lot of weight and ended up divorcing her husband. This bitch I work with. Immediately. But he was a weirdo too. He knew what he was. He's one of those weird fat fetishes. He had to say it. You could just tell. You could look at this fat bitch and see this bitch can barely move. And you see this skinny dude, you say, oh, I see what this is. And he, little picture, he had the biggest little sinister smile. Like, y'all some weird motherfuckers, man. I ain't mean to just change the subject like that. I mean, part of me is like just out of nervousness from having heard all that, and I feel for you to this point. It's like I want to go anywhere but that. But like I mean, I really wish really negative things. I don't want to say it out loud because I don't know what could happen in the future. But I really wish negative things on those people that did this to you, bro. But but also you mentioned it just reminded me of that dynamic of there's something psychological that happens to people. I've lost a lot of weight, but I never did it unnaturally. Something about the gastric bypass, and I even think with this Ozempic too, because people you can end up losing. But each time it still took me like a year, and a year still it's not that much time. 10 months one time and like 12, 13 months another time. That's not that much time, but it is a lot of time. It's quicker than 4 months, where somebody loses 100 pounds in 4 months, or 100 pounds in, 6 months. Never dated a lame chick. Well, I mean, I'm not about to. Ozempic does not. Yeah, Ozempic it just drains your soul. It's digestive issues. Never take Ozempic. Never dated a lame chick. Hit the block button fat. Well, not all of us look like the fucking Weeknd. No, I'm a joke. It's not because you look like the Weeknd. You are no homo attractive young man, and you're in New York, which while it also technically has the most chopped women on earth, or the most chopped women of any area, it probably also has the most beautiful women. Why? Because it's one of the most populous places on earth of a multicultural mix. So you're bound to get both the ugliest women on earth and the most beautiful women on earth. Thus, you have a high, and you yourself being a fairly photogenic and charismatic, no homo, but and young. Just say listen. Not only can I not relate, the average, a lot of people probably can't relate to you, man. You used to eat a whole large pizza to yourself. Something happened earlier this year. You couldn't eat more than 2 slices before he died. Wow. I got pancreatic. Another thing with pancreas, diabetes. You have diabetes? You have, what's your health with that? Because since we're talking about big people, it tend to be, there's big people in my family, and I'm one of them, obviously. But did you have a Barrett's esophagus is the condition? Let me look that up. But that's the whole thing. The health, the family stuff. That's all tough. Barrett's esophagus. I'm just going with the first thing on Google. Facty Health, which I've never heard of. It's what's happening in the esophagus. You know what? Let me since I'm looking at it, I guess I can show y'all. And actually, I'm gonna do this on the free one. Oops. Okay. Let us look. Okay, let's try the Mayo Clinic since it's probably a little bit better. So, all right, Sentient. And it's nothing like just allergies and acid reflux. I appreciate you being here. I might stream tomorrow. And maybe a little earlier, similar time at night, though, maybe 10 at night. But the procedure where they stretch it, the cancer is part of where it spreads. All right, Fizz. And we'll probably get out of here. So, we already went 2 hours. But I do want to, I'm going to start talking to Rowan. So, he's telling us the situation. So, it's a condition where the flat pink line in the swallowing tube that connects the mouth to the stomach is damaged by acid refluxes, which causes the thickening line to become red. Between the esophagus and stomach, it's a critical valve. The LES, over time, it may begin to fail in acid and chemical damage. A condition called gastro reflux disease, often accompanied by heartburn and regurgitation. Gastro may change trigger and change cells, calling barrier esophagus is associated an increased risk of developing esophageal cancer. Though the risk of developing esophageal cancer is small, it's important to have regular checkups with careful imaging and extensive biopsies of the esophagus to check for precancerous cells. Dysplasia and precancerous cells are discovered. They can be treated to prevent esophageal cancer. Okay, well, that's at least that line gives you some hope, right? Even though I'm not sure how far you was. Your power went off. I see. We're looking at Forbidden Ruins condition. Freaking heartburn, regurgitation of stomachs. That's tough. Difficulty swallowing food and chest pain. Some of the symptoms. Half the people curiously diagnosed report little acid reflux, so it doesn't always come with any. So you should check your digestive health or discuss digestive health with your doctor regarding the possibility of Barrett's esophagus. Had trouble with heartburn, regurgitation, acid reflux more than 5 years. Oof, that's a long time. Oh man, vomiting, blood. It looks like coffee grounds. Unintentionally losing weight. I see. There's some difficulty swallowing. Has chest pain. Passing black stools. That's tough. That causes many people. Well, I mean, sheesh, call it stomach, your brain of your, like, or your brain you have a brain in your stomach or something like that, or, you also have like an emotional, like, you take your emotions in your stomach as well. Hey, Brandon Howell, I didn't know you were still here. Or something linked to that's genetic and can hit the pancreas. So, so it says family history. Being a white man, this is white people have a greater risk of disease than other people, and it's men. That is a weird thing how different races have different diseases. Because I've seen people say that everything is inflammation. So all diseases are inflammation of some kind, and just how the difference in disease is just everybody's biological reaction to the inflammation. It's more of a theoretical thing, right? But it is interesting how different nationalities have that different genetic, like they certain things are more likely to happen genetically. I mean, I guess it stands to reason, right? But it's more of like this is how that genetic trait reacts to the inflammation and oxidation of, I think oxidation is the right word. Don't let me do that in living color sketch where I'm just saying words that don't make sense. But yeah. That's why you drink a good scotch before bed. Then if it comes up in the middle of the night, you get to have it twice. Oh boy. Also says chronic heartburn, acid reflux, and current or past smoking and being overweight. And then it says increased risk of esophageal cancer. And then you mentioned also pancreatic, which we're hoping that's not what happens, man. But yeah, man, that's tough business, brother. Like I said, I'm praying for you. I'm on Instagram if ever you need somebody to talk to. Sorry if I, hopefully we entertained you some, man. If you want to keep, please keep watching these streams if they help, if they annoy you, because we talk about, some dumb shit. Because there's plenty of dumb shit to talk about. If that pisses you off, my bad, man. I appreciate a lot of your input. I appreciate your input even about me, you saying, hey, I might bash your channel, I might, channel, nuke your channel by doing a marketing thing. It's giving me some more research to do, more stuff to think about. Because, that the plan is just to do little, small, $10 a day, $30 a day, that type of shit, and just do it a few days and stop it every so often, just as a way of getting certain music and certain videos out there. And I hadn't done, all the campaigns I had done were like cheaper ones to poorer countries. I hadn't done one with just US yet, but we'll see. Sheesh. You say your best friend, if you think if it's cancer, you're not going through chemo, letting your body take you out, that's not a bad. I understand some people do it. German guy who played Yuri in Command and Conquer. I remember the Command and Conquer games, but I don't remember. I wasn't too familiar with the characters. But that's what made it. They were like a real-time strategy, but they had all this production, and they had those like FMVs and shit like that. So they were really big in the 90s. And then I remember those games when they came out, and then it was cool like looking at older channels talk about them, but I don't remember who Yuri was. I remember the ball guy, like Zod, or not Zod, it was something weird. 30 villains. That's good that you get through that. I got a lot of stuff I gotta do the next couple of days. Udo Kier. Let's see. That must be the guy who played Yuri. Had guns put in your face, almost broke your neck sliding. Holy shit. Almost died a couple other times. You're not afraid. Whew. That's still L. I can understand that mentality too. But I'm still praying for you, brother. I still, hopefully you, okay. Looking at Udo Kier, rest in peace to him. He's Ace Ventura as well. He looks somewhat familiar. Like I probably have seen him before. But yeah, man, I'm about to go ahead and get out of here because I'm starting to get pretty tired. But I'm here for you if you need it. Appreciate you coming by and sharing your story, man. One of those by your own hands, 2 pill bottles. Oh man, I would say not going that way. I mean, that started a lot of this chaos. That's not a way to go. But listen, I've had depression. I've had bad stuff, but I couldn't have more of an opposite view. So 25 years ago, water under the bridge, fair enough. I really regret that I even felt that way. It's like I'm at a point where it's like I have to. I don't know if it's a spite thing. Like, man, I gotta squeeze the most out of life. I don't. Maybe it was the pandemic that changed me. Maybe it did. Cause I definitely felt. I mean, I was never somebody who I felt immortal or indestructible. Cause I've had some crazy shit happen to me in my life. You know what I mean? I've felt very destructible. He's in Blaze. He's in a bunch of stuff. He's got one of those faces. He's got one of those faces that you see. Besides chat and you, only your best friend knows. I see. Like I said, I've had some struggles, man. And now, like I said, I'm at a point where it's like, man, I'm gonna fight until every last breath. I want every last breath of life. And I mean, like I said, I never felt indestructible as a youth. Where some people, I felt indestructible, and then I got grounded. No, I was, I kind of had a grounded base, maybe too grounded. Like, man, I feel destructible, but now I just feel like, man, and it's not even like, don't get me wrong, I'm not appreciative of the life I'm currently living, but it's not like I'm living such a great life that I want to live forever. It's just. I just have this like I just got to get the most out of this life. I don't know how long I'm gonna have on this earth. I'm hoping it's another 40 years at least. May not be. Hopefully I can get at least that much. But it's just like, it feels so short. It feels so fleeting as is. I'm already 38. I'm already halfway through it, basically. And even when, maybe it's 8. Maybe it is aging. It's like, goodness, I got to get the most out. I'm not going to say the first half wasn't a waste, man. It was still living. And I don't want to, that's a weak thing to do. No, I still lived, man. I still had ups and downs and went through stuff, and you do have to go through that. More or less put yourself on a 3. So when you did what happened, you said a couple pill bottles. More stuff put yourself in a 3-day coma. Woke up, came out, grabbed a cigarette and water, asked what's going on. Your girl's been 3 days, whatever the fuck you did. Sheesh. That's tough. Tough work, man. But I'm going to get out of here, man. I appreciate you sharing your situation. Probably going to sleep, but I do check my Instagram. So, to anyone else is still here, and to you, think about it. Chuckle. I'm glad you're still here. I hope you can still hear be still here a little bit longer than you think, man, because you deserve to be. And, life is valuable. Maybe that's just it. I just see every fucking moment of this life is fucking valuable, man. It's valuable being here. And if you're here, you always got a shot to turn things around. As long as you're drawing a breath. Because miraculous shit has happened all throughout life. And miraculous shit happens to people every fucking day. And simple shit happens to people every day. So, I don't know, man. I don't know if I've helped at all. I hope I have. In any event, it's been real. It's been fun. Maybe not fun, but it's been real. It's definitely been real. If you like the video, please like the video. If you're so obliged to share and subscribe, please do that. And even if you do none of these things, thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. And thank you again for being ruined. Prayers for you. Praying for you, brother. I'll talk to you later. Peace. I got to end on everything.